Beneath the ever-moving tides of our vast oceans lie mysteries that defy time and reason. In these hidden realms, ancient archives of lost civilizations and inexplicable phenomena await discovery. Subscribe now so you do not miss tomorrow's new story as we journey into yet another chapter of the ocean's enigmatic past. The Forgotten Archive. Chronicles of the Abyss in a time when the world was still uncharted and legends roamed as freely as the wind over the open sea, there existed an extraordinary secret buried deep within the ocean's heart. Long before modern navigational tools and scientific instruments graced the decks of mighty vessels, mariners and explorers trusted their intuition and ancient lore to guide them across vast waters. It was in this age of wonder that whispers of a hidden archive, a sunken repository of wisdom and relics, began to circulate among seafarers and coastal inhabitants alike. The story commences with Captain Elias Marlowe, an intrepid sailor whose reputation for daring expeditions had spread far and wide. His vessel, the Aurora's Legacy, was renowned not only for its elegant design, but also for the fearless spirit of its crew. During one particularly tumultuous voyage along an uncharted stretch of the ocean, the crew encountered a series of peculiar disturbances. As dark storm clouds gave way to a fleeting calm, strange vibrations resonated through the hull, and the water around them shimmered with a mysterious, otherworldly glow. At first, these occurrences were dismissed as mere anomalies, illusions created by the interplay of light and the restless sea. Yet, as nights turned into days, the phenomena grew in intensity. Luminous trails danced beneath the surface, revealing fleeting images of vast, intricate structures lying in silent slumber on the ocean floor. These were not natural formations, but the unmistakable remnants of a civilization lost to time. Intrigued and compelled by an insatiable curiosity, Captain Marlowe ordered the vessel to anchor near the source of these disturbances, determined to uncover the truth behind these spectral visions. The crew soon learned that they were not alone in their fascination. Coastal legends, passed down through countless generations, spoke of the Forgotten Archive, a mythical underwater library where the achievements, beliefs, and innovations of an ancient people were preserved in stone and coral. According to these oral histories, the archive was constructed by a sophisticated society whose knowledge transcended the boundaries of their era. They had mastered the art of harmonizing nature's raw power with their own ingenuity, leaving behind a legacy that resonated with the very pulse of the ocean. Encouraged by these age-old tales, Captain Marlowe organized an expedition to explore the suspected location of the archive. The crew, composed of seasoned divers, scholars, and cartographers, was equipped with rudimentary diving apparatus and early underwater mapping devices. Their descent into the abyss was marked by a palpable mix of trepidation and exhilaration. As they plunged into the darkness, the ocean revealed a hidden realm where the laws of nature appeared both familiar and astonishingly altered. Their first encounter with the archive occurred in a vast, submerged valley lined with towering coral structures that formed a labyrinth of passageways and chambers. The walls of these chambers were adorned with carvings so intricate that they seemed to capture not only the events of the past, but also the very emotions of the people who had once lived there. Figures depicted in these carvings wore expressions of profound wisdom and solemnity, their gazes fixed on unknown horizons. Some images portrayed celestial symbols intertwined with natural elements, suggesting that the ancient architects possessed an advanced understanding of both astronomy and the dynamic forces of the sea. The divers uncovered massive stone tablets, half buried in layers of silt and marine growth. These tablets bore inscriptions in a language that defied modern translation, composed of abstract symbols and geometric patterns that hinted at mathematical principles far ahead of their time. Preliminary analysis by onboard experts suggested that the inscriptions might encode a form of astronomical calendar or a record of significant celestial events. Each mark, each carefully chiseled line, was a testament to the meticulous care with which this archive had been created, as if its builders had intended it to serve as an eternal beacon of knowledge. Further exploration revealed that the archive was not a single monolithic structure, but rather a complex of interconnected sites scattered across a vast expanse of the seabed. In one chamber, the researchers discovered what appeared to be an ancient observatory. This circular room, with a domed ceiling carved out of solid limestone, featured a central pedestal on which rested a giant disc engraved with symbols resembling the phases of the moon and the shifting positions of the stars. The precision of the engravings suggested that the ancients had designed the observatory to predict astronomical events with an accuracy that still astounds modern scientists. It was as if the room itself was alive with the silent hum of cosmic energy. The archive also contained remnants of what could be described as an ancient record room. Here, rows of stone shells held countless clay scrolls and tablets, many of which were broken or partially eroded by the passage of time. However, even in their damaged state, these artifacts exuded a sense of reverence and purpose. Scholars who later examined these relics posited that they detailed everything from the daily rituals and social customs of the civilization to complex theories regarding the origins of life and the structure of the universe. The meticulous nature of these records hinted at a society that valued education, introspection, and the preservation of wisdom for future generations. As the expedition progressed, the team encountered evidence of rapid shifts in the environment around the archive. Geological surveys indicated that the region had been subjected to powerful undercurrents and seismic disturbances, likely triggered by ancient cataclysms. These events had not only reconfigured the landscape, but had also contributed to the preservation of the archive. The sudden shifts in sediment and temperature had, in many places, sealed off chambers and passages, protecting the fragile inscriptions and artifact from the erosive effects of time. It was a natural vault, preserving history beneath layers of water and earth. Intriguingly, biological investigations conducted during the mission revealed an abundance of life forms that seemed to have adapted uniquely to this environment. Bioluminescent flora and fauna thrived among the ruins, their gentle glow lending an ethereal quality to the already mystical surroundings. In one particularly striking scene, a school of radiant, jellyfish-like creatures moved in perfect synchrony through an open chamber, their lights flickering in patterns that some researchers later compared to a living language. These creatures, seemingly guardians of the archive, added an element of organic mystery to the man-made relics of antiquity. The deeper the divers ventured into the labyrinth, the more the archive revealed about the society that had created it. In a secluded alcove, shielded from the direct impact of the ocean currents, the team found a collection of artifacts that hinted at ceremonial practices. Among these was a beautifully crafted chalice made of a strange, iridescent material, its surface etched with symbols of unity and rebirth. Nearby, fragments of what appeared to be a musical instrument lay scattered, suggesting that the ancients celebrated their heritage through intricate art and performance. Such finds led to the hypothesis that the archive was not merely a storehouse of facts, but a vibrant cultural center where art, science, and spirituality converged. One of the most astonishing discoveries was an enormous mural painted directly onto a cavern wall. Despite the ravages of time and the encroachment of marine life, the mural retained vivid colors and intricate detail. It depicted scenes of communal life, with figures engaging in elaborate rituals under a sky filled with stars and celestial beings. In one part of the mural, a great procession is shown moving towards a radiant portal, as if in a pilgrimage to another realm. The sheer scale and ambition of the artwork suggested that the archive was the heart of a civilization that not only sought to understand the cosmos, but also to celebrate its mysteries through grand artistic expression. Historical fragments recovered from scattered documents and inscriptions hinted at the civilization's ultimate fate. Some accounts spoke of an era of prosperity and enlightenment, while others recounted a tragic decline brought about by natural disasters and internal strife. It was said that in a single cataclysmic event, a convergence of massive tidal forces, seismic upheavals, and climatic shifts, the archive and its creators were swallowed by the ocean, rather than being obliterated. However, the ruins were preserved beneath the crushing weight of the sea, their secrets intact and waiting for a new age of discovery. In the aftermath of these revelations, international interest in the forgotten archive soared. Teams of scientists, archaeologists, and even historians of art converged on the site, each eager to unlock the secrets encoded in stone and sediment. Conferences were held in which preliminary findings were debated passionately, with experts drawing connections between the archive and similar underwater sites discovered in distant corners of the world. Comparative studies revealed striking similarities in artistic styles, construction techniques, and even symbolic languages, suggesting that ancient maritime cultures may have shared a common ancestry or engaged in far-reaching exchanges of ideas. One particularly compelling theory proposed that the archive was not an isolated phenomenon, but part of a vast network of underwater repositories, each containing pieces of a collective memory spanning continents. These sites, scattered like jewels along ancient trade routes, could collectively rewrite our understanding of human history. If the messages inscribed within the forgotten archive were indeed a record of an age when humanity was more intimately connected to nature and the cosmos, then the implications for modern science and philosophy would be profound. The archive might hold clues not only about our past, but also about the potential futures that await us if we learn to live in harmony with the natural world. In a dramatic twist, the expedition recorded an event that defied even their wildest expectations. As the team was mapping a newly discovered chamber, their instruments detected a sudden and powerful surge of energy emanating from a deep crevice in the wall. The surge lit up the entire chamber with a pulsating radiance that revealed previously hidden inscriptions and delicate reliefs carved into the rock. For a few heart-stopping minutes, the chamber seemed to come alive, as if the voices of the ancients were speaking directly to those present. Although the phenomenon lasted only a brief moment, it left an indelible impression on every member of the expedition, reinforcing the belief that the archive was imbued with a spirit of its own, a silent guardian of forgotten truths. As news of these discoveries spread, the forgotten archive became the subject of numerous documentaries and scholarly articles. Each new piece of evidence added layers to an ever-expanding narrative that bridged the gap between myth and reality. Museums clamored to display replicas of the artifacts, while universities established dedicated research programs aimed at deciphering the cryptic inscriptions. Public interest soared, as people around the globe marveled at the notion that beneath the ocean's surface lay a hidden chronicle of human achievement, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of a civilization that had dared to dream beyond the confines of its earthly existence. The archive was eventually given a name by the international team, the Abyssal Repository of Eternal Memory. This designation, though poetic, encapsulated the core of what the site represented, a living record of a time when the boundaries between nature, art, and science were fluid and interwoven. For every shard of pottery, every carved stone, and every faded inscription, there was a story waiting to be told, a story of triumph, mystery, and an enduring quest for knowledge that resonated across the ages. In the years that followed, further expeditions ventured back into the depths to explore additional sectors of the repository. With each dive, new chambers were uncovered, each more elaborate and enigmatic than the last. In one hidden recess, explorers found an intricately designed map etched onto a large basalt slab. The map depicted not only the local underwater topography, but also a series of celestial coordinates that, when aligned with the stars, pointed to locations of other long-forgotten sites scattered across the oceans. This revelation spurred the creation of an international collaborative network, determined to piece together the grand mosaic of ancient maritime knowledge and to explore the possibility that our ancestors had once established a global network of wisdom. Amid these groundbreaking investigations, personal tales of wonder and discovery abounded. A young diver, whose family had a long legacy of seafaring, described an almost spiritual experience upon witnessing the luminescence of the repository's wall for the first time. In her journal, she wrote of feeling as if she had stepped into a sacred sanctuary where every ripple and every beam of light held the echoes of ancient prayers and songs. Her emotional account became one of the most cited narratives in subsequent academic conferences, symbolizing the intimate connection between human emotion and the silent majesty of the deep sea. The legacy of the abyssal repository of eternal memory continues to inspire a new generation of explorers and dreamers. It serves as a reminder that the ocean is not merely a repository of water, but a vast, living archive where the voices of the past still echo through time. The repository challenges us to reconsider our place in the universe and to acknowledge that the mysteries of the past are often keys to unlocking a more enlightened future. In conclusion, the tale of the Forgotten Archive is far more than a chronicle of ancient ruins and enigmatic relics. It is a testament to the enduring human spirit, a call to seek out the hidden truths of our existence, to embrace the unknown, and to forge a connection with the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. As we continue our journey into the depths, let's remember that each discovery is a stepping stone toward a greater understanding of who we are and where we come from. The ocean, in its boundless beauty and mystery, remains a source of eternal wonder, a reminder that history is never truly lost, but is waiting patiently to be rediscovered by those with the courage to dive into its depths. May the legacy of the ancient mariners, the architects of the abyssal repository, inspire us to keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep dreaming. For in the vast, silent corridors of the deep, the past speaks to us in whispers, urging us to unlock the secrets of time and to embrace the limitless possibilities of our own future.